for the podcast? Whole lot we gon' broadcast. Dropping gems, these are all facts. Shoot flicks like Men in Black. Are you ready for the podcasts? Hitting every spot, Dalmatian. Taking off like a spaceship. Podcast is not basic. Podcast is.
Yo, what's up, LC, man? What's up, bro? What's up? Hey, you on the show, man? If you know it or not, man, you on the show, dog. What's good?
LC.
You want to hang up, or you want to be a part of this? You want to hang up? Now, come on, man. Come on, join it real quick. All right, I'll tell him, man. All right, dog. All right. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Welcome. You got the originator opinion. Got the originator opinionated facts, man. You got your boy Fifth.
Your boy CY.
The Road Warrior.
Yeah,
the Road Warrior. What's up, man? How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, man. You got me up on my day off.
Your day off Mondays. Who gets Mondays off? That's a good day to have off, though.
In fact, it is a good day to have off, man. You know who else has who takes Mondays off?
Who?
Jeff Bezos.
Mm.
He takes Mondays off, man. And you know why he takes Mondays off? Kind of similar to what the reason I take Mondays off. He said that's the day that most people are in the groove and where you need to continue to get yourself in, and then you jump back in on. He said he jumps back in on Tuesday, where I usually jump back about Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you're at it again. You kind of seeing people at they kind of come in Monday really hard, but when you come in on Tuesday, your edge is a little higher than theirs. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it makes sense.
They have calmed down.
They have calmed down where you're ready to go. So how you doing, brother? Nice.
I'm good, man.
You still putting your makeup on or your lotion and all that?
Just lotioning up, you know.
That lotion, hey man, that tip you gave me about the lotion is some of the best lotion. I can't stop buying it, man. That's some good stuff. So what's good with you, dog?
Just Monday, man. You know, some of us work on Monday.
Oh, here we go. Well, you got episode 79, Reasonable Doubt. Yep, some of us do work on Monday. I do work. I work, man, but it's like NFL coaches. They're working all week just because they show up on Sunday. I mean, like that's the only day they work. I pre-planning to the time I do work. You know what I'm saying? So
we work. You know, some people work Sunday, Monday.
Man, you know there's coming up. They're talking about doing a 4-day work week, man. How would you feel about that? How would that work for you as an attorney?
It wouldn't change.
It wouldn't work.
No,
it wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah. Let me tell you something, man. Just going back, just like I said, just the pre-prep y'all guys do, man. Like what's admissible, what's not admissible, all that's a lot of work, bro. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys, man. I had a friend of mine. We were talking, we were playing, we played golf this morning, man. What he was saying was his wife, she had to do an appeal with the state of Georgia for an unemployment, whatever, and she had to get an attorney for that, man. And I tell my daughter, I said, man, I don't care what you got going on in terms of legal wise, you always get you an attorney to represent you, man, because it pays off in the end, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anything from a traffic ticket to whatever, I say I believe in attorneys. The two people that you don't want to go anything without is a doctor and an attorney, man. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in that, man. So you know what I'm saying? So I understand you working hard, man. You know, we all do, brother. So what's good with you, man? How was your weekend?
I was working.
You was working? You worked this weekend too?
Yeah, graduation. Yeah.
Hey, I saw you. Let me tell you something, man. It never gets old and appreciative and a salute to you, man, when I see you in the robe. What do you call it? Is that a robe?
Yeah, cap and gown.
Cap and gown. Yeah, I think that's so dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, man. How was graduation, bro?
That was cool, man. Always good to see the kids move on to the next phase of, the young adults, or some of them regular adults. Some of them ain't even young.
So you have older students as well? Like
some of them.
Okay. I guess that kind of goes back to the old saying, man. A lot of people they kind of blossom later, decide what they want to do kind of later than others.
Some people do like second careers, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like
really?
That. Mm-hmm.
Without saying too much, man, what's the oldest person you may have had in your class?
Oh man, easily 60 something.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting, bro. That's interesting, man. I think something's kind of interesting about that, man. If I know you're happy with whatever you do. If you had the one job you could do that you haven't never, what would be your dream job?
Probably some kind of coach.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. What
you
would
do?
Oh, an astronaut.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be some kind of coach.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, man. That's interesting, bro. Like baseball, football, what?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why you never really pursued it then?
I don't know. I didn't ever think about it.
Just a question. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. But welcome everybody, man. Episode 79, man. Reasonable Doubt, man. Got a lot going on, man. Again, man, this is y'all Black Friday. This is y'all like Christmas week. I mean, Christmas month, man. A lot going on, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, man. So it's graduation and everything like that, man. This graduation of this school year has gone by incredibly fast, bro. It's going by incredibly fast, man.
Yeah, it kind of has, man.
Yeah, but it never went this fast when I was a kid, bro. Like the months.
It didn't go that fast when I'd be making that drive. I just be like, damn. Halfway through the semester, I was like, man, we still got another 4 weeks. Good gracious.
Yeah, man. I think that's kind of dope, man. I wonder if I would have been a good teacher or professor or something like that. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. But hey, man, welcome everybody, man. It's Monday night. Most of us, we this is our day off, man. But I'm here. I'm like Craig. I'm like Craig. I'm like Craig. I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
His day off.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about old FIFA here. You know what I'm saying? I had my do-rag on.
Day off.
Had my do-rag on, you know what I'm saying? People worried about me, man. Like, man, what you doing answering your phone, man? I said, well, Chris said I got to work today. So here I am. If HR say you have to work, you got to work, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's good, brother?
Man, ain't nothing.
Get off the... Okay. All right, yeah.
Ain't nothing.
I ain't got much to talk about today, man. I'm just here, man. I just, just here, man. I just came to turn the lights on and just let you talk.
Black Friday.
What you typing, man?
Just getting my situation together.
Yeah, that's what we call pre-production, bro.
Let's see here.
I got it.
Yeah, man. Diddy started today, man.
Bro, I was blown away by that, bro. I thought they were still doing jury selection, man. So it's already, they already did like opening statements and everything like that, man. So I'm like, wow,
yeah, man.
Wow.
Some judges don't play that jury selection game. We ain't gonna be doing that shit for no month. Not in federal court, maybe in state court. Federal court, you gonna pick the motherfuckers and we're gonna get ready to go.
Ready to go, man. So I saw some stuff, man. They did like they did opening statements and already they started presenting evidence too, right, from the prosecution side. I saw, man.
Yeah, they don't normally. I mean, shit. Every federal case I've tried, I got a jury in by lunchtime.
Well, here we go, man. So it's off and running,
yeah.
And I heard a little bit about it, man. And this Diddy case is teaching me a lot about what's between the federal and state court cases, or how the procedures wise, how they do things or whatever, man. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing you did say, man. The state and federal, the way they proceed is totally different, man. Totally different, man. So man, what we expected? What's going on here, man? We got the jury selection. We already started hearing some testimony, man. I heard some things, man, and so I'm kind of interested to hear what you got to say about it, man. Because I got
man. It's gonna be good, man. I mean, I haven't got a chance to hear all the opening statements, but that's kind of a preview of what they say is gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, according to what the first witness from the prosecution side was a cop from one of the LA cops, man. He moonlighted as a security guard at the hotel with Cassidy and all that happened. And so he gave some little testimony as to what happened that day. And in terms of one of the things he did say that was interesting was he saw Diddy. They had a conversation, him and another officer or a security guard had a conversation with Diddy and said Diddy grabbed the other guy's phone and they pushed him against the wall, like, hey man, because Diddy thought the guy was recording what him and the officer were saying, and they pushed him against the wall, man. And one thing that stuck out to the reporter that presented this, man, she said the cops said on the stand the devil, Diddy had like the devil in his eyes.
Yeah, that's I mean that. Like,
yeah, I get it, man.
Okay, what's the devil look like in his eye? What the devil? You ever seen the devil?
No, never seen the devil. Never.
That's the question. But ask him on
right?
Like, have you ever seen the devil? Like, what's he look like?
Yeah, it's some salacious stuff that they got coming up.
He illegally recorded the video on his phone. That's how the video got out.
Right, and what they said was, going back to the some of the opening statements that the defense said, they kind of they're acknowledging Diddy was a monster and he did some things, whatever, man. But it's all equating to what they're saying allegedly is just domestic issues, not racketeering and all that stuff like that. So they went ahead and presented that like, yeah, man, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. But it'd
be interesting to find out when it finally comes out how much he sold his video for, who paid him, why he sold it right at that time, why didn't he sell it the other 5 years if Diddy was so bad? Why, if he felt so bad, why did you hold on to the video until you held on to it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much did you make on it? Wait, did you make it because you were out of work? Were you looking for work? Were you struggling with money? Got a kid going to college? You just held on to this video like ransom for since 2015. Like,
who are you talking about? Like the
guy who recorded the video. He recorded the video on his cell phone. He said to show his wife.
Understood. Okay, got it. Okay, well,
so I'd be interested to get to how all that came out. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really, cause I'm sure he's gonna get up there and say, "Man, I just felt like this was so bad." Well, you felt like that for 8 years, and then on year 9, you say, "Oh, I just can't take it no more."
Right. One of the things I thought was interesting was, we hear about the litany, hear about the all the attorneys that Diddy got, but he got one guy that I was very interested in finding out that he got today was Mark Garagos, which is he was one of the lawyers from LA that he did Scott Peterson's case and all of that stuff like that. So he's on the staff in terms of being one of the attorneys as well. So he was in the courthouse today as well. So man, the craziest part about it, man, the prosecution, man, they kind of laid all out and said all the stuff that he did, but his kids were in the courthouse today. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I would want my kids to be, whether, I pleaded guilty or not, innocent or not, I wouldn't want them to hear what nobody's saying some stuff like that about me. You know what I'm saying? So, especially as girls and all that, man. But yeah, everybody was there today, man.
Yeah. And you probably get Garagos because you are, Garagos is good. I bet he's in more of a advisory position because he's so old now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's older. And then they got Brian Steele to come on. His legal bills are probably getting close to I would say probably $20 million at least by now.
Really?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's got 5 lawyers. But a lot of times celebrities don't like to pay. John Edwards was notorious for not paying lawyers.
Really?
Oh yeah, a bunch of lawyers used to withdraw from John Edwards' case. He tried that case because they said he wouldn't pay, and John Edwards was filthy rich. They just said,
right. I remember, yeah.
It's a bunch of people like that, man. They got money, but they just don't pay a lawyer.
Like Trump.
Yeah, like Trump. Yeah, a lot of them. They tell, oh, go ahead and jump in the case and invoice me or shoot me, send me a bill, or But I mean, because Diddy's in custody, they probably have a different type of situation. You would imagine that he would have. I'm sure he has taken care of them before they start the jury selection and all that stuff. But some people, man, it's always people with money who like, I pay them, but
wow, that's crazy, man.
A lot of them lawyers were withdrawn from Trump's case because that bill adds up, man. Like by the time they charge, you're charging basically. I think one guy said if you look at it, he's probably paying $100,000 a day during his trial for lawyers. By the time
who did he?
Yeah, by the time you go through the fees, he's probably paying $100,000 a day because you got to think Brian Steele came from Atlanta, so you got to put him up. You know what I'm saying? You got to put him up. You gotta take care of him in New York City. And then you gotta, if he brought somebody else, like there's a lot, all the real work goes on behind the scenes. Those guys
Right.
ain't doing nothing but asking questions. Like all the researchers are behind the scenes
Like
doing all the
like
research.
PIs and all that stuff like that.
Not lawyers, like
Lawyers,
I mean
lawyers.
PIs, yeah, PIs, but all the lawyers, like the junior, the people who win the case are behind the scenes, giving you all the the research and giving you the stuff. I remember the time, man, I worked on a case with Willie Gary, and this was around the time when iPads first came out.
Mm-hmm.
The case was in Durham, and we used to meet before court every morning, and he'd tell me what I need to know. And you just give him everything he needed to know. Like he write it down. He used to write it, whatever you tell him, he write it down, and then he put his own spin on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I remember I had the iPad, and he said, "Man, you bring that machine with you? You got that little machine?" I said, "I got it." And, but that's how he ain't doing no research. Like nah. And so Diddy's lawyers not either. So those lawyers, I would imagine, probably his legal team is probably what he got sitting at the table with him. 4 lawyers, 5 lawyers.
No, it says 7.
7 sitting at the table. So it's probably a total of about 20. I mean, including the researchers. And I mean, research, you gotta be working round the clock right now. You know what I'm saying? Like round the clock, looking at laws and cases, and like one thing about federal judges, man, because they are not elected, they are super smart. They're generally like they have people say when you're in law school, people that make A's become judges, A's become professors, B's become judges, and C's become lawyers. Well, and for federal judges, they are generally very, very intelligent. Like they've generally been top of their class. Now, in state, maybe back in the day it was like that, but now anybody can run. It's a popularity contest. Like, oh yeah, he's popular, so let's vote for him for a judge. And sometimes they don't know a bit of fucking law. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
I say like, damn, man, this motherfucker don't know the law. Don't know how to, I mean, they learn it because they train them. You know what I'm saying? They train them, and I think most lawyers are over averagely intelligent, but I think they train them and they know some stuff. But like federal judges are, man, I used to judge in Raleigh, and when you're on break, man, he reads this whole, he doesn't read it. He discusses this whole history of Raleigh, man, starting from like when it was incorporated, like the 1800s. And he tells it to the jury, like while you're doing jury selection.
Mm-hmm.
He tells the jury that, and like when the lawyers are like so when you're picking a jury, you got time to sit down with your client and you're looking at the people and you're saying, let's decide what we want. He tells that story to the jury. And they just sitting there listening. And he does it off the top of his head, yo.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah. Like some of them are some of the smartest people. Like, I mean, so saying that to say they really know the law. So you ain't gonna get no bullshit by him. Like it's gonna be like, nah. Not like in state court, you might get a judge who just, he's popular, he got elected, but
right.
Hell no.
So that kind of goes into the thing where that's why they got their conviction rate is literally so high. It's like
conviction rate so high because they get the handpicked cases. It's like a personal injury lawyer. Like you can take the cases they want. Like they don't. Feds don't take every case. Like they could say, like you might have a case and they might say, man, Atlanta PD done fucked this case up. We don't want it. Right. Because we don't want it because why y'all don't want it? Like the Young Thug case. I'm sure they was like, hell no. If the feds had wanted that case, they could have stepped over Fannie Willis and said, no, we're going to prosecute this case, not y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But the feds would have looked at that case and said, this thing got too many red flags. No, we don't want it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we don't want to take it.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you always shop it. So not every case. Now, some cases are they're federal from the get-go. Like some tax cases usually, like them PPP cases. Sometimes, it could start federal, but sometimes a case could start in the state and then the feds jump in and say, hey, we want to prosecute that. And that's when you see the person has been arrested in the state, and then the state dismisses the case, and the feds pick it up.
So this case right here with Diddy, how long are you hearing that this case gonna last? How long is it?
I think they said about 5 or 6 weeks, right? But see,
Okay.
and another thing, judges probably like federal judges, they don't give you a lot of playtime. It should be like, move on. What next question? That they don't like. Man, I've tried several federal cases, and like it ain't like they'll tell you like, hey, you got 3 days. They ask the prosecution, how long you think your case gonna last? Oh, 5 days. Defense, y'all gonna put anybody on? Like, oh, well, we might be 2 days, Jana. Then they tell the jury, y'all will be out of here within 7 days, right? 7 business days, and they gonna get your ass out of there. Like it ain't. It's like it's a regimented schedule. Like you're gonna come in 9 o'clock, you get started at 9:15. You take one break at 11. You take lunch at 1. You take another break at 3:30. You get out at 5 every day.
Wow.
Ain't no bunch of like, I forgot, it's a break. Nah, you take that break, that small break, 10 minutes. That, lunch, 45 minutes. And most federal courts, they bring the lunch into you. You can't even go nowhere. They bring the lunch into the jury. And if you're the lawyer, you just bring something from the crib. Like now you won't be having your cell phone in there, so ain't no bunch of texting and shit. Like,
wow, man. So yeah, from what I'm seeing here, man, it seems like all the pundits or whatever are not giving Diddy much of a chance, man.
I think he got a chance, man.
I think so too. I mean, the more I'm hearing about the racketeering stuff, you know what I'm saying, and how that's played out, what they're charging him with, what is attorneys capable of spinning, you know what I'm saying? So, it'd be interesting to see. You think he gets something, or he may just walk out with nothing?
He could walk out with nothing, or they could walk out with a hung jury, or with a mistrial.
Right, that hung jury is just like a win, right? Almost.
Sometimes I've hung a jury before, and the prosecutor say they'll retry it. And if they retry it, sometimes they try not to let you out. I can't see that happening here. But they would try not to let you out, But it's going to be interesting. I mean, you literally, the more and more it gets closer, you literally trying to try this man for some sex parties under the RICO statute. Like, right. It's really a stretch, to be honest. I mean, when you heard, just the snippets that you hear the prosecution's opening versus what the defense is saying. Defense is just saying, hey, this was just a relationship with a lot of infidelity and a lot of, I don't know, man. It's just you're gonna be hard pressed to convince me that she ain't never said, oh man, let's get some guys. I want them guys back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you a question, bro. Just going back to it, just something that struck my mind, and we talked about this for a while, man. How do you convince a jury to take everything out they've heard and just go by what you hear in your case and just and keep an open mind, like how you saying, like, hey, it's hard to convince me. You know what I'm saying? You understand what my question is? Like,
well, in a long case, so you never know what they're gonna remember, right? They take notes and all of that, but they're not supposed to discuss the case at home with their families. If they're not sequestered, they could be sequestered, right? Which means they stay in like a hotel room and they're not supposed to watch anything or look at any, But then you have to think, what juror is on there because they want to get rich? Like, what juror is on there because they like, shit, I was a juror on the Diddy case. Like, oh, tell us all about it. Like, write a book. Like, and people from the OJ case. So, but at the end, you got really, it's like two ways. At the end, you have your closing argument, right? Which you bring back and you remind the jury, this is what you already heard. So you have your opening. Your opening is the forecast. Like, the opening is you telling, look, what y'all gonna hear today, what y'all gonna hear during this case, you're gonna hear a lot of bad stuff about my client. You're gonna hear about my client. We've already seen my client. He attacked this woman. You're going to hear some allegations that he raped this woman. You're going to hear this, and then you're going to say, but you're going to also see that this woman benefited from this relationship, and she loved this man, and she was in love with this man, and they were together for all this time, and all of this stuff was consensual, right? because
Right.
that's what you gonna get out. Because what you got to prove is the prosecution has to prove every element. If they miss an element, then it's supposed to be not guilty. So anyway, after you do the opening, you get a forecast. At the closing, you come back and you say you heard from blah blah blah, and what you heard from blah 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 was this, and this, and therefore my client should be found not guilty. I would imagine that closes probably be 2 days. So, and then the judge will read to them instructions, right, which the lawyers have already argued about what should be in the instructions, and the instructions will probably say something like, "Hey, a person should be found guilty of sex trafficking if blah 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 blah," right? And they give you all of that. So then they go in and they automatically start talking. But your two ways to shut the thing down is closing argument and jury instructions, right? And then you put them back there and you say, "Hey, that's what we got," right?
Right.
And like, so I mean, but you already warned them. You're gonna hear some horrible stuff, right? You're gonna hear some horrible stuff. It's just like a like you're gonna hear that he abused her, he blah blah blah, but he never raped her, right?
Right.
He never. You're gonna hear whatever the allegation. You're gonna hear that he liked to watch her have sex with other men, blah blah blah.
Right.
But during jury selection, you would have tried to pick somebody who you think you might. I mean, a lot of it is questioning. A lot of it is just looking at people like, man, okay, that's a brother right there. He probably freaky. He know what's up. Like he know the deal. Like,
that's your question. You is that? I've been hearing this from different lawyers and whatever that comes on these shows, whatever. And you know the overwhelming thing they say about black jurors. They're usually more open-minded or something like that to the facts or whatever. Where sometimes well, I mean they've been saying like some of like a white juror be more in line with just it's hard to convince them otherwise, right? Where black jurors are just open-minded about certain things, But
sometimes you got open-minded, but at times you got at times the jury is about timing, right?
Right.
If they ready to go, if I just convict the motherfucker, then
damn,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if like you start a case on Monday, and the jury get the case on Friday, they like shit. We don't want to come back Monday. Convict this motherfucker. They probably did it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about all those things. Like man, them motherfuckers in there, like man.
You know what? I did a trial once, man. I got called for jury duty one time, and I went in there and I didn't get selected, of course. But one of the questions that they asked me, and I guess got eliminated was they said, "Are you willing to go?" Something he said. I'm like, well, no, I have an issue with no. They asked me about eyewitness testimony, and I said, well, no. I said, believe it or not, I said I read something interesting, like 9 times out of 10, eyewitness testimony is not too reliable or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. It was something like that I read, and I got discounted from it because they wanted to go with a lot of eyewitness testimony. And I said, bro, based on the statistics, man, they say some eyewitness testimony is some of the worst evidence you can have because people really don't see what they think they saw. You know what I'm saying? So it was something like that. So I was like, nah, man.
Yeah, jury, the prosecution was probably like, yeah, get rid of his ass.
Yeah. Because for lack of a better term, man, not for nothing, man. I go in with an open mind that I'm going to let this guy go, and you have to convince me otherwise because
that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
He's innocent until proven guilty.
Right. That's how I'm going to do it. I go in with that mindset, no matter what it is, and I just don't, certain things I just don't agree with. Like for me personally, man, I don't agree with the death penalty, man. I just don't agree with it. It just certain things I just for the one of the reasons I don't agree with it, man, because you hear a lot about people that's been like the Innocent Project and all that. A lot of the times that most people that jail for Black or African Americans or whatever. So I'm like, the system is not 100% guaranteed that you can take somebody's life. So that's one reason why I never agree with the death penalty, man. I just don't think that's a proper way to go when you don't have 100% that you can actually kill somebody who was actually innocent, bro. That is me. That's my personal opinion on it, man. I just don't agree with it, man. No matter what the situation is, man. I don't agree with it, man. There's other ways you can deal with that, to me personally. So that's my deal, man. You'll never be able to convince me of killing somebody. I just don't. I think think that's
Well,
barbaric.
that's one part of the jury selection is, you can't discuss how much time somebody's gonna get.
Oh, okay.
Like if you actually get to sit on the jury, you can't say, hey, if he loses, we're gonna kill him. Like you can't tell him that.
Right. Yeah.
That's a whole like the penalty phase is totally different from the phase of the conviction. I mean the phase of when you're trying to find a juror. I mean when you're trying to find a person either guilty or innocent. And it's kind of like the same thing. Like you look at like even with the name of our show, Reasonable Doubt. Like you looking beyond the reasonable doubt. That's what's supposed to be the standard, which is the highest standard you could find. Which means if you got any little doubt, then you should find a person not guilty. But that's one thing. Nobody can really define what beyond a reasonable doubt means.
Right. I hear you exactly, man. It'd be some cases that I find are very interesting, man. And I'll be like, man, everybody's saying it. I'm like, man, that is, and you get a good defense attorney or whatever, and they plant certain, not saying plant, but they give you alternatives, and you like. And my thought would be like, damn, man, I couldn't convince that guy on that shit, bro. I mean, just me, because it's a reasonable doubt. It's like I look at it as like it's a reasonable doubt that you like, okay, no, bro. We got to be very careful with this one, because this, number one, this is a capital murder case, and he's gonna get the death penalty if we're not careful with this one. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I think that'll keep me off a lot of juries, because you damn near have to damn near bring the gun in with the guy holding him up. You know what I'm saying? So that is me. I'm being honest. I play that.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. A lot of people just not like that though. But I mean, it's supposed to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I've never tried a case where the jury did not come back and be like, "What is reasonable doubt?" The judge always tells them the same thing: is beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right. So it's supposed to be.
So you try to tell them in your closing, like, look, if you had set any moment in this whole trial and said, well, maybe, then you got reasonable doubt, right?
That's a simple explanation. That's a simple explanation.
Yeah, but then prosecutor come back and say something else. Like it's got to be beyond that. Like it's got to be like, oh, maybe, and then because of this. So it's really confusing, man.
It really is, man. But to me, I always look at it as like I go by it. The simple thing for me, somebody said this when we was in the barbershop, and the guy said, man, the one thing I look at, I now understand what he was saying. He's like, man, I always look at the defendant as me. I'm gonna go at it and look at it like, yo, I want you to be thinking like, that's me at that table, and I don't want no bullshit to just come in and just you know what I'm saying? I want to be open-minded and say, listen, man, I'm listening to what these people are saying. If I'm the lone holdout, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure this guy gets a fair trial, whoever that is at the table. Get a fair trial, man. You know what I'm saying? So forget everything else I've heard. I'm going by what you guys presenting in here is what I'm going to make my decision on. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So that's me, man. I like listening to some trials and stuff like that, man. So it is what it is, man.
You never came to none of my trials.
I would like to see you in action, man. I've heard that you're very good in court, bro.
But you never came to none of my trials, though.
But you never invited me, bro. You never came inviting me, man. How would you describe yourself in court, man? Like what? Like how would you describe yourself?
I pay attention to details.
Okay.
A lot of it is a lot of it is presentation, how you present. If you got strong voice, ask good questions. That type of thing. Pay attention. The discovery is the most important part of the case, man. Finding out what's what and what's really important, and not just what people think are, what the media says is important. So for you, shit don't matter.
So for you, what aspect of trying the cases you like the best? The research,
cross-examination.
That's your thing. Okay, all right, cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's fascinating, man.
Closing arguments and cross-examination.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating, man. So we'll see what happens, man. It's starting to come up, man, and it's gonna be interesting, man. This is a circus out there, man. So we'll see what happens with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I heard something interesting last week, or I think it was like last week or whatever. Our boy Joe was on The View, man. You heard about that? Joe Biden was on The View.
Yeah.
You heard what he said?
I didn't watch it.
Well, he said basically that he said he knew that Kamala was going to lose. He said this on The View.
Did he say that?
He said this. He said, "Yeah." He said, I wasn't surprised."
I think I saw a part where he said he thought he would have won. Did he say that?
I didn't see that part, but I saw the part where they were saying that he wasn't surprised that Trump defeated Harris, and they kind of went into the whole detail about that, and it's coming to find out that the hierarchy of the Democratic Party, the old guard didn't really feel confident in her. Some of the new guards went ahead and did that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he kind of, and you heard, I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And Joe just kind of let it out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and
what?
yeah, and yeah, he was not surprised. He thought that she was not prepared to be in that position at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it.
Well,
that's what Joe says, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Joe says. I don't know, man. Joe kind of put it out there what he thought, and they asked him a question, and Joe answered it. He was very coherent when he answered it too. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah, man. And you saw Al B. Sure, man.
What he do, man? I'm about tired of Al B. Sure.
Yeah, he was on some local morning show, and they asked him about Diddy. He was like, yeah. He said allegedly Diddy caused my liver failure and all that, and he's willing to go up there and testify if they let him, whatever. So he seemed like he got to axe the ground with Diddy as well. I don't think they're gonna call him or not.
Well, he said that Diddy tried to kill him. In that last documentary, he went crazy.
Didn't Jamie Foxx say that same thing too? They say he reported Diddy to the FBI or something like that, allegedly.
I don't
whatever.
know about that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I read that one, man. Yeah, I read that as too, man. So, yeah, they just said Diddy's a monster, man. I didn't see the documentary, but some of the stuff that's coming out about him, man, he's like, man, this guy's a fucking monster, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I know. I'm just saying. I'm just going by what what to say, man. So I'm like, God damn, Diddy, he got a bigger hill to climb than our boy OJ had back in 93, 94, bro. With this one, you know what I'm saying? That isn't me. I think he has a bigger hill.
Nah, man.
Yeah, he got a bigger hill to climb.
OJ killed a white woman, man.
He did not kill the white woman's side.
I mean, that's what they accused him of.
Right, but again, that's a case where there's reasonable doubt. As you got older, isn't that a case of reasonable doubt? No, that's not. But yeah, yeah. So I think he has a bigger hill to climb because now one of the guys said, man, she's gonna come up in the court and testify. So when you got a victim come up and testify, that's a lot harder to get away with, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hey, did you see that well, that's true. But she's subject to cross-examination.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I would hate for my spouse to have to sit there and listen to that mess.
That's what I'm saying about
I guess it's worth all those millions.
Nah, man. I don't want nobody because the thing about it is you have to convince your family that they're lying too. Not only got to convince the jury, but you got to convince your family.
No, I'm talking about
you lying. He lying. Yeah.
I'm talking about Cassie's husband.
Ooh, yeah. She's married.
Yeah, to Diddy's trainer.
Ooh. Yeah, they said some salacious stuff about. I heard some salacious stuff about her, man.
Wait, you did what?
Yeah.
That text message say what?
Yeah, it's awful, bro.
And what if they just been having like regular sex?
She don't want it. She don't want it, that man. So, and that goes to the fact, man. And whatever she went through with it, whatever. I couldn't be the guy for her because I couldn't deal with that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what if they just having like vanilla regular people sex? Like,
right.
Missionary from the back, you get on top. Okay, go to sleep. And then he go in there and read Diddy she had sex with 4 dudes at once. And
not wearing he said, take the condom off. That's what he was saying, like take the condom off.
Like, I mean, like, what if she has some like double penetration type stuff? And like all that is gonna be bad, man.
You think they'll say that stuff?
Yeah. If I'm Diddy lawyer, heck yeah. You gonna say every single thing that she did to let the people know she wanted to do this. That's
wow.
what I'm saying. That's what's gonna turn the case. If if ever in a text message, imagine she texts him and be like, "Hey, that guy you had last night, bring him back." How can you say I trafficked you? You asking to go. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, that's my favorite guy. Or I'm feeling, I want to get drunk tonight and let's do 3 guys.
God, that's awful, bro.
Did you see this guy here? I want to sleep with him. You know what I'm saying? So imagine all that, bro.
Yeah, I see your point. I wasn't like,
how does her husband react to that? Are you just like, bitch, I ain't even know that you was like that?
Well, let me ask you a question. With that said, you think there gonna be some things come out that she didn't convey to him or let him know?
Yes. Man, it's like the rape shield laws. That's why you very rarely see rape victims, because that's what people do. They dig in their background. Like, oh yeah, okay, you saying he raped you, but you had semen in you from 4 other guys the same week.
Oh,
nobody wants to hear that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would be pertinent to me if I'm a juror. I'm like, okay.
And Beck is saying some of this was disclosed in the civil trial. It's not. She didn't have to take the stand in the civil trial. There was no civil trial. There was basically a settlement, right? He said there was no trial where she had to stand up and take the stand under oath. She's taking a stand where these people are gonna get to ask her any kind of question they want. So he's not gonna know that. Only thing that civil complaint, that's all that was disclosed in that trial. Like he in a complaint, you make the complaint, and that person just admits or deny. Admit, deny, I don't know. Admit, deny, I don't know. So she never had to stand up and actually face cross-examination. Now,
right.
if she would have said, "Hey, let's do a deposition," then maybe that would have happened. But you got to think, as soon as the civil complaint was filed, they immediately jumped on the criminal shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I think, if I'm not wrong, he went ahead and settled out and gave her the money. So she didn't write in that complaint. She wrote in that complaint all the bad stuff about Diddy. She didn't write anything about herself. She never said, "Oh, and we went this one time and I wanted to go and I asked him to bring this guy." She didn't say that. This time, Brian Steele and these other lawyers, and I would imagine if I'm correct, they're gonna probably have the female lawyer cross-examine her. That female lawyer is gonna start asking her questions. I mean, questions like, "Hey, well, during this whole thing, did you have an orgasm? Right? Did you ever ask him to bring somebody in particular? Did you ask him to bring several guys in particular? How many guys were you sleeping with? Were you getting high? Did you know that drug right there was cocaine? Did you know?" It's gonna get ugly, man.
God,
it's gonna be very ugly. And they said her husband was there today, so he probably coming. I know she probably been like, "Man, you can sit this one out. You don't have to come today, babe."
So she's actually legally married to this guy.
Yes, and
so I didn't know
kids.
that. Oh, I didn't know that. See, this is all news to me, man. I didn't know that.
They got kids. So depending on, I guess, she could have told him some of this stuff, but I think it's I would doubt that she told him everything, because she done forgot some shit that I'm sure they've recovered through text messages and all of this stuff that they've been going through for months.
So all that is admissible. I can't.
Anything dealing with sex is admissible in a sex trafficking case.
Oh God! So this get real ugly. Yeah.
Anything dealing with sex is gonna be admissible.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that would be hard pressed to have your spouse in there to hear that kind of stuff, man. Regardless of the settlement that you got from that, man, that's gonna be hard, bro.
Hella hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard, man. I mean,
his family's gonna hear some awful shit too.
They were there today.
Can you imagine your sons sitting in the courtroom and they about to talk about some gay stuff? Like, well, Mr. Combs, didn't you suck while he was like, and your son sitting back there like, Dad? I mean,
you're right. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly across the
country. If I knew for a fact I could get in there, I swear on my mom I would go to Brooklyn
and get in there and see this,
to see some of this. I would like to see just a day or two, man. I like to watch trials. When John Edwards was in trial for when John Edwards was in trial for that embezzling the money from his campaign,
right?
The trial was in Greensboro, and I went down to watch a couple of days of it. Who represented him?
Yeah.
It was like Abby Lloyd Abby Lowell, who was a great lawyer in D.C., and then Greg Craig, a representative. He's a great lawyer in D.C.
Mm-hmm.
They both represented him for a while, and then I think Greg Craig was like, "Man, he ain't paying, so I'm getting out of this."
So John Edwards is just he's scorched earth now. He's out. His political career is done. From what
I don't think he wanted no more. Like, I mean, I think he was like, I mean, he's just kind of off the radar now. I mean, you know, John Edwards is filthy rich. He's a great civil attorney.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's just some great lawyering. So, like, the nerdy part of you wants to go and see, you know, how these lawyers are, you know, how they maneuver and how they move, and you know, how they ask questions and things like that. So, I would definitely go up there. But I doubt you can get in, man. But I mean, it's right up there, like. It's walking distance from the Brooklyn Marriott. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I've been up there a couple times, but it's gonna be interesting, man. And I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be some things that are gonna be very, very hurtful for both parties involved.
Yeah, especially about the part when you say about the son's gonna listen to hear some of that stuff. That's gonna be that's gonna be bad, man. You go back to Thanksgiving, and be like, They be looking at you across the table like,
I mean, because you gonna hear some of about some of the people that he did it with, right? Like, I mean, they're not charging any of those people because it's not crimes, but I mean, she'll probably testify to some of that. You know, the prosecution will get that out. I mean, her prosecution would get that out. That what the prosecutor want to do is just basically give her a book with no words in it and just write out your story. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Write it out, and then of course defense come and they cross-examine her. But it's gonna start off when you was 18, you first met Diddy. When was the first time you guys had sex? Right? I mean, all this is relevant. When's the first time you guys had sex with more than one person? When's the first time you guys had sex with several people? When's the first time you guys had sex and he didn't do anything, but you had sex with 4 people? Right? Did you feel like it was forced? Did he, you know, like what kind? All this stuff's coming out, man.
Yeah, see, I wasn't thinking about all that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a layman on it, man. I didn't know about that, man. I feel for anybody who had to hear that, bro. You know, especially the people like the family members that are involved with that, husband, kids, and all that, man. That's salacious, man. You don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It gets bad, man. I've pretty much I tried a case a couple years ago, and my client told me he didn't want his wife to come at all.
Right.
Because the government was going through his phone and putting images up and text messages, and he said, I don't want her to come at all.
Yeah, I agree with that, man.
She didn't come at all.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. Regardless of it coming at all, it's gonna be in the news anyway. They're gonna report all that stuff, like for Diddy, of course.
Oh yeah.
Whether his family come or not, they're gonna put all that out there, man.
But I'd rather read it than hear it.
Yeah.
What was his reaction the first time you saw him have sex with a man?
like
how did he prey on men? Like all that shit might come out, man.
Just don't do a crime, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's say I'm like, man, I got arrested for shoplifting. Why y'all leave my cell phone? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they get your cell phone and your computer history, man. Like, man, they got nothing to do with me shoplifting. You know, it's just crazy about how they do that stuff, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It makes my stomach church, man, when I hear stuff like that, man, from both sides, man, because you never want to hear nothing like that, man. So I don't know, man. So it is what it is, man. So you think it's gonna be that at the end? Yeah, man.
Yo.
Yeah, man. So that's all good, man. That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's wild, man. So what's good, man? What's out there, man?
Hey, man. Right now, Oh, did you see Dallas Mavericks got the first pick in the draft?
Damn, I was hoping the Spurs would have got him.
Number 2.
Spurs gonna be right. They're gonna be back again, bro. They're gonna be back again. I didn't see
if Cooper Flag was with Wimbiana.
That's what it was looking at, man. I'm like, if the Spurs would have got them again, man, it would have been a great thing, man. So Spurs number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Pop is out of there.
One is number 4. 76ers got number 3.
Hey, man, did you see Kenyon Martin and and Swag, man?
No. What happened?
You got to see it, man. It's just talk about Kenyon Martin went at Swag and tell him shut the fuck up and all that on that kind of went at it a little bit, man.
What?
Yeah, man. It was went at our boy Swag, man. I'm like, damn, not Swaggy P. He went at Swaggy P, man.
Swaggy P was talking all slow.
Swaggy P stood on it, man. He said, I'm not shutting the fuck up. I'm not gonna shut up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he said because
I guess Swaggy P a 2-piece.
Yo, Kenyon Martin nice with them hands, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Why, because they stutter? You think everybody stutter nice with their hands?
No, it's certain people in the NBA that nobody messes with. You know what I'm saying? And you know the list of them guys.
That was 15 years ago, man.
Okay.
He about 49 now.
Okay, you never forget. Like riding a bike, you never forget. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you may be older, whatever, man, but hey, certain people that you don't want to run up on, man. Like Kenyon Martin is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Kenyon Martin. Hey, man, you ever heard, like, for example, you heard what's his name? From All the Smoke. They were talking about Kenyon Martin.
Yes.
He talked about it when there was rookies, man, and the boys didn't mess with Kenyon Martin, bro.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yeah, so Kenyon Martin, man, it was like, yo, he said when I was at Cincinnati, I put my hands on somebody almost every year I was there because that is what it is, So there's certain things you got to, like Oakley, like Charles Oakley. People just don't mess with him. There's certain people that you don't mess with, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, you're talking that shit. But if Oak was in that room with you, man, he'd be doing your headphones like this, slapping your headphones and shit, man. Nah, man. Oak.
He died, didn't he? Charles Oakley died.
No, man.
Okay.
You don't watch sports, do you?
Yeah, but he don't play.
Yeah, but he's not dead. I mean, when you retire,
but you just follow the 56-year-old man around his career. You follow Oakley around.
You talking a lot of shit. Oh, hey man, okay. All right.
Tell Oak to come down, North Carolina.
Oak will whip your ass, bro. I was gonna leave it like that. Oak will whip your. He won't whip my ass, but he'll whip your ass.
Remember we talked about boxing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hide your thumbs. That's how you coming out with your thumbs up. Hide your thumbs.
Where your thumbs? Let me see if it's. Oh God, man. There'd be some bad headlines. Your lawyer get knocked out, man. I don't want to see nothing like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So what you do this weekend, man? You just kind of chilled out, man. Oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy Mother's Day, man. So yeah, it was a cool weekend for me, man.
What you do?
Bro, I didn't do nothing, man. Guess what time I was in bed on Saturday night?
What time?
At 10 o'clock. About 10:30. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't, didn't do much, man. It was raining really bad up here, so I really didn't do much, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So you in town this week or you out of town? What you got going on, bro?
No, man, I'm traveling, man. I've been traveling today, man, and traveling again later on in the week.
Hey, man, you should get your bus.
Why?
Just like to put the put a sign on the side of it, man. You got like a bus, man. Like the lawyer, like I feel what man. You should get your bus, man. Seriously. Get your bus or like something like that, because they got those out there now that take you from whatever. You just charter you one and just go out there, man. Now I would ride with you if we could charter a bus. Now I would like to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they have companies down in Atlanta, actually downtown.
Speaking of charting, are you gonna let the people in on your plans for later on in the year?
No, not yet. Because if you would have came earlier, I was on the phone with LC. I gave some breaking news. I'm gonna tell you after get our show because I'm 2 steps away from making that successful. I got a message that I'm very
2 large steps or 2 little steps.
2 small steps. Logistics is one of them. The other one is pretty much whatever. Put it this way, the date is available. The date is available. Now I have to send the logistics part, and if they agree to the logistics part, and all we gotta do now is talk monetary. And I don't give a fuck what the monetary is. I'm doing it. And, you know, Elsie, that's why Elsie called me back, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine, right? That would be dope, right? And I'm excited. That's why I'm like, I'm
gonna put in towards it, man.
Huh?
I'm gonna put in towards it.
You would?
1%.
Yeah, man.
I put in 1%.
I know within 2 weeks. I know within 2 weeks.
Let me know so I can get my 1% together.
No, I wouldn't need nothing from you but just to show up, man.
Okay, you know, so you don't want my 1%?
No, I don't want it because I ain't gonna do nothing.
Say it out loud. So
I just said it. I just said it.
I don't want your 1%.
I'm not gonna say that because I may need it. You know what I'm saying? Down the road, man. Just cash app it, whatever to me, man. But yeah, man. Thanks for asking, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna call you today and tell you, man, but I said I'm gonna talk to him tonight. But since you was late, I didn't get a chance to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So you and C the only one who know, and Mike, of course. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the only one that know about what's might happen. You know, I'd be disappointed if it don't. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. So yeah, thanks for asking, man. I may have one on the next show we do. I may let that out then, and but it's gonna be a private thing. So, you know, that's the caveat that did say it has to be a private thing.
They cap a number.
No, my man that's working on it for me, he kind of gave me an idea what it could be, what it's be. And he said, "Are you cool with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool with that." So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that, bro. You know, it may happen, man. But yeah, man. So you got a opinionated facts list? I didn't get a chance to do one this week.
I don't have opinionated facts with that, but man, I saw a very good documentary on Netflix this week.
I'm listening.
Let me find the name of it. Hold on. I want to get the name exactly right.
Why you do that, man?
It's called Shooting Guards. That documentary about Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittington. You remember when they had the guns in the locker room?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you gotta watch that documentary. It is amazing, man. Like,
really?
I mean, it's very, very untold story that nobody ever mentions, but it's one of the saddest stories I think I've seen in regards to a basketball player. And he's from Atlanta.
Called Shooting Guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get a chance, just put that on. You like I put it on just to have some background noise. And like within 5 minutes, I was like, damn, I got to watch this.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I love that. Is it 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts? What?
1 part.
Oh, so it's really good then.
Yeah, just 1 part, man. Just with you being in Atlanta, you'll be like, oh wow, okay. And I thought about it because Swaggy P has a little part in it.
Swag got a part in it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's about Gilbert and what happened with that whole situation.
Yeah, and I guess that was so long ago, I didn't really remember. But after seeing it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember when they. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Definitely,
bro. I gotta check that out, man. I've been looking for new things to watch, man, and kind of like I try to watch TV like once a week, man. So I try to find something where I can watch, man, and watch that because this is a dead time of the year when all the sports are gone and everything like that. So I try to find something that I watch, man. But most I spend my time on is just in the gym working out. So I'm excited about that. You say what now? Yeah. So me being in the gym, would you ask me about that?
I didn't say anything. That's awesome, though. That's good.
You don't want to hear about it, man?
No, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say, man. Yeah, man, but yeah, man. I was talking. We have played golf last week, man, and one of the things that we were talking about was how certain things like what's the name of it? It was like I forget the name of it, man, but it was talking about how men. I'm sorry, let me back up. This said about this guy pulled up this article and he said that let me see if I can find this thing really quick here, man. What he said here. I don't know if I can find this shit, man. Hold on a second. I got it right here on my phone. But he said, this is what he said though. I got it right here. I didn't put it up here. This said that hold on a second. Let me go back. This said 40% of the children that are out there are not with their real fathers.
What you mean?
Like 40% of the kids find out. Like the one article he pulled up was this guy was going in for a he needed like a kidney transplant or something like that, and the kid, his kid went in to be the donor for it and find out the kid is not his.
Wow.
And the article went on to say, like, hey man, whether in America, it's over 40% of the of kids are not with their with their biological parent, that the guy that that don't know and shit.
Because they thought that was their dad.
Right, man. It was a crazy article, and I didn't get a chance to put it up, man. I was gonna send this the link to you, man. But that article was wild, bro. It was like, damn, man. That's the thing now, and you like, because people going in and try to get like and a lot of people find it out either on their deathbed or they find it out on the, when they try to go and get like transplants and things of that nature.
Wow, 40%,
40%, bro. 40%, man. Yeah, man, it was wild, man. So he kind of
that's amazing, man.
It's amazing. It's heartbreaking as well, bro. It's heartbreaking as well, man. You know what I'm concerned about, man? I'm wondering, are we going to be into the point now where marriage is going to be extinct? You see what I'm saying? Like, you hear a lot about it, whatever, man. People getting together, whatever. It's going to be extinct, man. Like, I don't know. It's going to be hard to find somebody that, because I think it's harder now because everybody has more access to other people in this world. You know what I'm saying? So,
the reason I don't think it'll be extinct, it's a silly reason, but I don't think it'll be extinct because people like to put it on social media. The wedding. Like the wedding, like people want to show, almost like a sweet 16, like, oh, the wedding is, So I think that's gonna keep marriages going. Like, but I think I do like a lot of times I look at these people get married, these young kids get married, like 23, 24, 25, and I'd be like, boy, this is your first lap in life. You got about 3 or 4 more, and it probably won't be with her.
Right, because now that I'm older, I would say a man shouldn't look at it at least until around about like 35.
35. 40. At 35 is a good age.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Because we talking private about some of the things, like, man, and that's some of the things I wish somebody would tap me on the shoulder and but it's hard to tell it. Even like you think about us when we were younger, it's hard to tell us certain things when we're younger, it's hard to kind of get that through them to that age, man.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, you're exactly right. I think 35 is a good age. Because I mean, I always discuss that a man ain't really mature and ready for a lot of things until he's about 45. I mean, before he hits his full potential, I think, like, before he's firing on all cylinders. Like, that's a good word, right?
I totally agree.
Before he's firing like on all cylinders, he's about 45 years old. 40. I mean, like, professionally, personally, being a good dad, like all of those things. I think you're about 45, 50. I'm not 50. I'm barely 45. But I think your
hips are 50.
Pause.
What I'm saying? Whatever you want to say, but you can pause it all you want, nigga. They hurt me. Your hips are 50. You know what I'm saying? Because the conversations, like, you're right. The conversation if you think about the conversation you had with your friends at 25 and you have it at 45 are
totally different.
Totally different, bro. You're not even talking about the same things, man. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about either like business wise, you're talking about your profession, whatever, you're talking about your kids, whatever. You're thinking it's totally way off, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just think that, man, the father that I was when I was like 24 is totally different than the father I am at 44.
Oh yeah. And it's crazy because you get to talk to your kid about it. Like, bro, when I had you, man, I ain't know what the hell I was doing.
Exactly, bro. It's a wild thing, man. And and I was telling her, like, the circumstances that I had my first daughter with when I had my second daughter, because my second daughter was planned, right?
Right.
But the first daughter, she wasn't. It was just, a lot of the situations we go through as young people. But the second daughter was not planned. It was like, and I was telling people, I said, man, the aspect of planning a child is totally different from just having one. Like, boom, you just like, damn, nigga, we got a kid coming,
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
true.
Yeah, it's a wild thing, man. I felt like it was like it seems like it was a slower process and you're more prepared for it when you say we're gonna plan it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's if anybody ever went through that, I think that it'll give you a really I don't know, it just make the whole process a lot. I can't really describe it. It was really cool, man. It was eye opening, put it that way, because you're part of the whole process, going to doctors and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So it was really good, man. So but yeah, man, we got our opinion and facts list, man. If you're ready for it, man.
Let's go.
Are you ready for this, man?
Let's do it.
These are the 10 reasons why you don't hire a lawyer. No, I'm playing. I was fucking with you, man. Nah, man. This is your opinionated facts list, man. This is this is an opinionated facts list, man. These are top 10 instant turnoffs for guys, man. Top 10 instant turnoff for guys, man. And these are real life things that fellas that I play golf with, they like to be involved with the stuff. And they want to hit it,
Anybody playing golf with you means that they probably golf on your level. And I go ahead with the list.
Well, go ahead and let your internet go down again, and I can talk to the other people about this, man. If you don't
go ahead.
What happened to your internet? What happened to your internet?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, yeah, but yeah, man.
I mean, it's like your internet never froze. Sometimes your internet freeze. My internet whole setup, and sometimes stuff don't even work. Sometimes you be talking, I can't even hear you. Be like this. This is how you be.
When the last time that happened?
3 weeks ago.
No, it hasn't happened in weeks. Well, that's why. By the way, man, that is a really nice sweater you got on, man. I like that. I like that. That's dope, bro. I really like that, man. So you've been stepping your game up lately, man. Get the chains on and all that. Where you going, man? Where you going tonight? Okay, well, here we go, man. This opinionated facts list, man. These are top 10 turn off for guys, man. Top 10 instant. The key word is instant. I didn't capitalize instant, but it's instant turn off for guys, man. Are you prepared for this list, man? See if anything you totally agree with. All right, number 10, top 10. Number 10 is when a woman get implants.
Oh, turn off. I'm out.
For me,
what do you mean? Implants on their body or like dental implants?
Oh, the dental implants is a total gone. You totally gone.
You want to get dental implants?
No, man.
Everybody got them though.
No. What are dental implants? Like the bridge and all that shit? Like you take them out?
Like getting, going to Mexico getting your teeth fixed.
Oh, that's not implants. That's cosmetic. See, implants are like when you use Polident and you put them in a jar and shit like that.
Okay. All right.
Those are implants, bro. You got, like, no, I don't know. Like, no, you don't want to do nothing like that, man. Because most black men like you the way you are.
Right.
So that's where we are. So that's where it's number 10 are implants. Number 9, I thought about you in this right here, being somebody who's a chatterbox. Basically, a crash translation, just won't shut the fuck up.
Why you think about me?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. I know you don't like a chatterbox, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. You just don't like a chatterbox. So number 9, being a chatterbox, man.
I do like some quiet.
Yeah. But
every blue moon. But then once they be quiet, I'll be like, hey, talk. What's wrong? I'm so difficult to deal with. All right, man. Go ahead.
But you know what, man? So am I. And a lot of guys are that's been single for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's kind of like, once you've been out of anything for a while, it's kind of hard to get back into it and kind of go back to it again, man. Because you're looking at it a whole different aspect from that.
It's like every time you play golf, it's like you just started.
Bro,
every single time, it's like you just started.
Bro, when the last time you played?
Don't worry about it.
You're not that busy, bro.
I don't have to say.
You're not that busy. You come over here huffing and puffing at you. You're not that busy. You make time for what you want to make time for. I make time for it. Okay. All right. Number 8 is when she compares herself to his mother.
Oh, I ain't never heard nobody do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's number 8. Compare yourself to his mother. Number 7, wear too much makeup.
Yeah. That's a turn off. Yep.
To me, a lot of guys lately are saying they did love that natural look.
Cake face.
Yeah, man. Like you can't lay them down on your pillow and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get brown pillows so they don't see it. But yeah, number 7 is they wear too much makeup, man. Number 6, when they're dishonest, man.
Can't stand a liar. If you lie, you cheat. If you cheat, you steal. If you steal, you kill.
No, I don't know about that. I stole them before, but I never committed homicide. You know what I'm saying? So no, man, no. So yeah, that's number 6. Number 5, you have a jerk personality.
Always complaining with the waiter or something like that.
Oh boy.
Always send his food back. Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like food critics when I go on dates with them, bro. Like the food critics, I didn't like it because I'm like, just enjoy the meal, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't paying for it.
You ain't paying for it, man. Which brings us to another fact here, man, that's coming up here. But yeah, number 4, when she's too clingy. You know what I'm saying? But that's a gift and a curse.
Yeah. Sometimes you want people to be clingy. I mean, everybody done said, "Hey, come over here and hold me."
yeah. But you know what?
My back.
You know what's the crazy part about being clingy though? It could be the result of they like your conversation, like being around you and all that. So they're like, you know what? I like being around this guy, but you may not understand it. Like, that way.
But the clingy, like, if you in the house together and like y'all gonna be in the house all day and she's sitting there watching the movie, you go to your room and cut the TV on, then she come in there. That would be a little too clingy. Like, let's go watch your movie. I'm watching my movie. Go watch your movie.
Every man has been there, dog. Every man has been there, man. We got 2
TVs.
That 30 minutes alone, watch Sports Center that a man likes, just give it to him, bro. Because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that 30 minutes.
Get it at on the toilet.
They're gonna knock on the door.
Now, see, that's where I would draw the line.
Listen, like, and I agree with you. You go in the bathroom,
line right there.
Right. So if you go in the bathroom for like, say for instance, you go in the bathroom for like 10 minutes, and you're just watching Sports Center or whatever, guarantee she'll come in like, hey, what you doing there? Am I right?
Just text me. But if I go to the bathroom and I'm like, man, I done got caught up in this on this Instagram videos.
Right.
Just let me watch my little videos. I'll be back.
Right. Because what the phone has done, the phone has replaced like newspapers and all that. So you may go in there just like, I'm watching, you either watch, and you may be reading something from work. It could be something where like, oh shit, I got an email. Let me check this out, whatever. And you just kind of caught up in that, and the next thing you know, the time is gone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Number 4 is being clingy, but you know what I'm saying? Number 3, you have bad hygiene.
Nah, I ain't dealing with that. Like somebody who stink.
But whatever bad hygiene is,
I ain't dealing with that.
Let your mind wonder what that means to you. But I know what it means to me. But yeah, number 3 is having bad hygiene. Number 2 is constantly talking about your ex in some kind of way. Like, I didn't used to do this. Well, he did and this, that, and the third, whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know now from what a lot of guys that are single now that's starting to get back into dating. The one thing they're not going to tolerate is what they gotta do to be with you. A lot of guys are not gonna deal with that, bro. Like, you got to do this. A lot of guys are not gonna do that.
I got to do stay black and die.
There you go. I ain't heard this since the 90s, but you were damn right there, bro. So you know what I'm saying? So so these are opinionated facts list, man. These are 10 things that guys that instantly turn off a guy, man. 10 things, man. You know what I'm saying? So number 1 was nag constantly. Number 2 is constantly talk about you. I'm sorry. I start back over here. Number 10 was get implants. Number 9 was being a chatterbox. Number 8 was compare this of your mother. Number 7 is wearing too much makeup. Number 4 is being clingy. Number 5 is having a jerk, whatever. But the number 1 thing is, man, here we go. If I can find it here, man. But anyway, number 1 is Yeah, number 1 is nagging constantly, man.
Oh, I couldn't deal with that either.
Nagging constantly, man. Yeah, man. I haven't had that even problem, man. So that's the thing, man. You know what's crazy? I hear a lot of you say about social media, man. You know what I hear a lot about on social media a lot of time? That people, they're like, man, they dog like this, like, man, I would rather what would you rather do? Go back to your ex or get shot in the head? Them little questions like that. I'm like, man, I've never had an ex that I hated that
much. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it all came down to it, I can have a conversation with all of my exes for the most part. You like say, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We can still be friendly or whatever. I've never had one where like, man, when I see him, I don't run him over type stuff. I'm like, I never understood where that comes from, man. I think that part of that had to do with you too, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I'm like, I don't know where all that comes from when people they have problems with their exes and all that, man. So but yeah, man, speaking of that, man, why paying 50-50 is a great idea, man. Here's what I was thinking about. Like, why paying when you go on dates, paying 50-50 is a great idea. For me, I think it kind of adds up to the point where and I think it's good for women too, man, because a lot of times it's like, oh well, he's expecting something from me. So to eliminate that, you should be like, well, y'all should go Dutch. So you don't have to feel like you have to give him something and he doesn't feel like he has to take something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just kind of go in, y'all go in halfway at the beginning and just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why 50-50 I think is a good idea, man. So you don't have to feel like you he's like you feel like you got to give him something or you owe something, man. And I asked somebody that, just thought it was a good idea. You know what I'm saying? So
well, you don't have to do 50-50. You could do like, I mean, it's fine. Like if you pay, then maybe next time she pay, then maybe you pay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
You pay 2 times, then she pay 1 time. I mean, just somebody who's thoughtful. Like not, like, dang, man, he has paid the last 5 times we went. Let me just grab this, box of chicken.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I think you should at least try to come in and try to be thoughtful that way, man. I think that boils down to being thoughtful, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. So one of these days, man, all this advice that you're giving out, man, I'm gonna apply it to me and see if it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try. Call me Hitch. I'm gonna try it out, man. You know what I'm saying? But you did give me bad advice one time, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that, man. But but you gave me one bad advice, man. So but yeah, man, that's it, man. That's it, man. That's all I got, man. I'm about to go to sleep here in about 10 minutes, man. My eyes starting to get bad. My bed over there calling me. Look,
only I say before we get out of here, watch that Shooting Guards on Netflix, yo.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I had two. I had one here before that one, but I'm gonna definitely check that out. Somebody else told me about it, man. But I'm gonna definitely check that out, man. My net, one thing I found out about my Netflix, when I go watch somebody else's Netflix, it seems like they got better options than what I got on mine.
But you got the basic?
No. But the prices are going up with Netflix.
Now you got basic.
No. I got one.
You can't watch everything with the basic.
No. I got the one with HD on it.
Nah, you got basic. You watching it on your phone? You got it on your TV or just on your phone?
I got it on both. Like my daughter, nigga, I ain't that cheap now. I do got a TV, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro, you like to throw a little slide. Like I ain't that cheap. Yeah, I do spring for modern things, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I watch my phone more than I watch the TV. You know what I'm saying? That TV hasn't been on probably like 2 months. Yeah, it hasn't been. I don't.
You still got a big back TV?
No, those things are quite heavy.
You got flat screen?
I got flat screen. I got one in my bathroom too, man. If you must know.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
Yep. I got one in my bathroom. I got 2 in my office here, man, and then I got my little screens up there and everything like that, man. Yeah, man. I watch quite a few things at one time, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to be. I have one TV in my office. I keep one on like the political, like 24-hour news, whatever. I keep that up on silent or whatever. Then I keep another one up on like sports and all that, whatever. So I can always keep track on like things about Trump and all. Which, by the way, he did get a deal. He got a deal, man.
Yeah.
So all your stuff from what's that place called? People can go to China. All that stuff will come in cheaper now, bro. You back your business, bro. You know what I'm saying? You back your business, man. So yeah, Trump was able to get it all done, bro. You know what I'm saying? So. What you gotta say to the good people, man? What time is it?
Man, appreciate y'all listening. We'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Okay, man. All right, man. I'm wrap this up, man. So I'm going to bed.
We'll be back, and I'll be letting y'all know what's going on with Diddy. For your Diddy updates, check with us. You sleep? Okay. All right. I didn't hear you giving no updates on nothing.
I was waiting for you, man. I thought you was in the courthouse today. I thought you was in Brooklyn. That's where you said you come back from. I thought you had a whole like a legal pad of information that you can give us.
I keep it in my head.
Don't do that, bro. We need to know. You know what I'm saying? We need to know, man. There's a whole lot of stuff that we could have put up here, man. But I was like, you know what? We're gonna get an hour to Sai and let him give us all he got, man. So that's why I came here flat empty. I ain't got nothing in the gas tank, man. I'm here for you.
Hey, man, I've been carrying you since '96, man.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go, man.
Remember, with roommates, you didn't bring nothing? That was my TV. That was my refrigerator. My VCR.
This guy, man. This all he got.
My TV, my refrigerator, my VCR. Okay, you did bring some snacks.
Hey, did you have that big back TV, man?
No, I remember I had little. It was about a 17-inch. We used to watch it though.
Yeah, we did, man. We did, man. You did, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you grow up with a TV in the house?
Yes, we had TVs in every room, man. Although yeah. How many TVs y'all had?
Probably 2.
How many had cable on it?
None.
So be quiet. Please.
You hadn't seen CNN until you got to college.
So what now?
You hadn't seen CNN until you got to college.
Nigga, you didn't know who Bernard Shaw was until I told you about him. That's the black guy, the black anchor that was on CNN before you knew about it. Yeah, you didn't know about Bernard Shaw, yo. He was on CNN, dog. We knew about that with these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have the Weather Channel. We knew about all that stuff, man. We knew about the weather in Albuquerque when I was a kid because we had the Weather Channel. You didn't know about that. I knew what Greensboro was doing. You didn't know what the weather in Greensboro was, man. You went out there with a coat on, it's 90 degrees, and you had the Weather Channel. You know what I'm saying? So don't talk shit. I knew what the world was. I knew cable. I knew about cable, man. You know what I'm saying? I introduced you to cable. You know, but there was something I wanted to tell you, but I totally forgot about it, man. You got me off track, man. But it was something I wanted to share with you, man. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. So are we talking after the show really quick?
Yeah.
You're not packing a bag tonight because last time you had a little bag down here. You was packing your little bag and everything. There's some stuff I want to share with you, man. Since I'm scared to call you and all that.
Shut up, man.
You ready to go, man?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.